Hello, my dear students, and welcome you all to our geography class. In our previous lecture, we have discussed some of the characteristics of air, like air pressure and winds. Today, we will discuss one of the important feature of air, that is moisture. So let us understand what is moisture. See, the amount of water the amount of water available in the air is known as moisture. The amount of water which is there in the air is known as moisture. See, we know this that water evaporates from different water bodies and it becomes a water vapor and it forms a water vapor. So, this water vapor only is the moisture in the air, and this moisture in the air at any time is known as humidity. The moisture in the air is known as humidity. And see, when the air is warm, the capacity of the air to hold the humidity increases. Okay, to hold the water vapor is increases and it becomes more and more humid. But this type of temperature makes us uncomfortable. Why? Because the clothes are taking longer time to dry, as well as the sweat from our body does not easily evaporate. And so we feel very uncomfortable in the humid day. So this is the concept of moisture in the air, which is created because of the water vapor. Okay. See, you might have sometimes seen a jet plane flying in the sky. It leaves a white trail behind it. So the question may occur in your mind that why this happen? It happens because of the moisture which is there in the engine of the jet plane. And when there is no air movement to disturb the trail, we are able to see that for that much period in the sky. Okay, see, this water vapor which is created by different water bodies because of the heat of the sun, it rises up in the sky. It rises up in the sky and it gets cooled down as it rises up. Okay, and this cooled water vapor condenses its form. It condenses its form. What is to condense? Condense is to change. Okay, so water vapor changes its form and it uh, creates droplets, small droplets of the water. Hmm. And when many, or let us say when the mass of these droplets come together, that forms the clouds. That forms what? The clouds. And when the clouds are not able to hold the weight of these droplets, we found that these droplets are coming down in the form of precipitation. They come down in the form of precipitation. So, precipitation that comes down to the earth in the liquid form is known as rain. It is known as rain. And we know this, what is the importance of rainwater. Everyone knows the importance of rainwater. When there is more rainfall, we see that the floods can occur. But if there is the drought, the water scarcity, we if there is less rainfall, then there can be the drought or the water scarcity. So we must understand the importance of rainfall, and to increase the amount of rainfall we must protect the plants. We must protect the plants. That has been given to you in the end of this lesson. Again, one more important information has been discussed with us is that there are three types of rainfall, that are the convectional rainfall, orographic rainfall, and the cyclonic rainfall. So let's understand the concept of these rainfalls. What are the three types? Different three types. See, convectional rainfall occurs because of the warm air that rises up, and when it condenses into water droplets, the rainfall which occurs is known as the convectional rainfall. Orographic rainfall is the rainfall that occurs because of the moisture in the air, which is stopped by different physical features, let us like mountains, and plateaus. Okay, because of this, that moisture air is not allowed to move forward, and because of that, the orographic rainfall occurs. And cyclonic rainfall occurs because of the mixture of the cold air and warm air. So, today we have discussed the concept of moisture and different forms of the moisture. Thank you.